Hello everyone, welcome to the latest episode of Education Worldwide's Let's Talk About It podcast. My name is Luke and I'm the new host. Today with me we've got my colleague co-host Miss Anita and a familiar face. She's been with us for a few times now. She's head of tutoring department in our school, Miss Tammy.
Hello.
Hi and welcome.
Thank you for having me again.
Well, it's my first time actually. But, yeah, we've been here before.
Actually, the first time we've all been in the same room together. We've been here
That's
together,
right.
we've been here together, now it's the three of us.
That's right. Well, today's topic will be back to school as the new school year approach. It already started. We'll be discussing important things for students to start. So, girls, are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
I think we started this a little bit early.
All right. Well, to break the ice, I've got a couple of claims for you, and then you'll raise true or false flags, and shortly just explain your answer.
Okay.
Is it like a competition? Who raises it
No.
first?
We'll start with Tammy,
Okay.
if
No
that's
problem.
all right. All right. Well, all right. Students can enroll year-round.
True.
All right. The next claim would be homeschooling is the same as online schooling.
That's false.
That's false, obviously. All right. We'll elaborate on that in a little bit. And third and last one, there are no extracurricular activities in online schools.
That's also false.
All right, that's interesting.
I
Well,
have
we'll
one
get
actually.
to it.
Education Worldwide is the best school.
That's true. That's a good one. All right, well, I'm going to start off with the question that everybody wants to hear and the answers, of course. What does the start of new school year at Education Worldwide looks like?
Well, the start of the new school year at Education Worldwide is very exciting and dynamic time. We start off with orientation session to familiarize our new students and their parents with the learning platform, curriculum, online resources. And once the enrollment process has been completed, the students get their access to the platform, to their courses as well. And also, we, all of us here at Education Worldwide are a community, and our community is, our main goal is to set everybody for success. So we are there to help with our tutors are there to help with all the learning-related inquiries. Our lovely consultants are there to help with all administrative matters. Our IT department is always ready to help with the
courses and updating things and everything,
And
he knows we're talking about it, that's why he's smiling.
And everything's
We had
in
to
order,
throw you
isn't
in
it?
there.
And let's not forget about our student council.
Important topic.
Yes, very important topic. Their goal also is to help the new students get familiar with the platform, with even meet with other students, right? They organize different types of events for them to meet each other, to welcome them to school, as I said. No?
Yeah, I was just going to add, I guess it makes them feel a little bit more comfortable. Like it's different when a teacher is telling them like, okay, welcome. And it could be a little bit scary until they get familiar with them. But then when they see like a peer or another student, it's like, okay, it's not that scary.
Exactly.
Yeah, makes sense. When we're talking about the start, how do you apply?
Well, I think this
Could
is
you-
a question for you.
Yeah,
True.
you apply.
I'm going to take
can
this
you
prop and use it every
Take us through the process, like the main
the
bullet
whole
points.
enrollment and everything. Yeah. So basically, as you guys know, we have our website where people send through online inquiries. Now they can send through an online enrollment form straight away. So they kind of skip through that whole back and forth if they're in a rush to get enrolled. So basically they meet with the consultants. We familiarize them with the platform, with the courses, basically the curriculum and everything that they need to know before enrolling. So what the process is, if there are certain requirements that the student needs to, like courses that they need to take, or if they are missing credits, or if they have too many credits or something like that. we have a lot of students and they're like, well, at the end I have 30 credits. Like, what do I do? Which is good because, extra credits on
always
college.
beneficial for the university.
Exactly.
I just got one sub question. How do you communicate with parents? Do you meet with them?
Yeah,
Is it a phone call, an email?
Everything, basically everything. So they send us an email. We communicate by email through Zoom when they schedule a meeting, which I always prefer as well because you meet them face to face. They see a friendly face, and you get the ball rolling there. You get them feeling comfortable as well. We have our office number, some consultants even have a WhatsApp business number because some people as well prefer to, communicate like that. So all kinds of ways, but like officially we do it through email. Like everything that gets sent, like enrollment forms and documents, it is through email. So once, I'm sidetracking everywhere. So once, we do that whole enrollment process, they send through their forms, we send back the student learning contract, tuition fee agreements, all of that. Once that is sent back, then we send them, this sounds very formal for a podcast, but the invoice, we finalize everything, and then they get their student credentials and they get acquainted with the teachers. And then that's where, like Tammy said, they set up that orientation meeting, they walk them through all of that.
Yep.
Basically, they have our support every step of the way.
How long does the process take? The enrollment process?
It really is a quick process. Like on average, like I would say 2-3 days max. And that's given that, back and forth communication is really quickly.
It really
Some
depends.
people as well, they need time to like gather documents, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like we mentioned, enrollment all year round. So yeah.
Well, thank you. I've got a next question for Tammy this time. What are the essential things, like the most important things for students to know before starting and at the start itself?
Oof, there are many things, but if I had to choose a few,
just a few.
I think that the most important one would be that everything, so the only thing they need is a stable internet connection and a computer.
Oh, well.
And we will cover everything else for them. So I think this is important not only for the students, but for their parents as well to know. So just make sure you have your computer and we'll take care of everything.
Yeah.
So as well, when they enroll, so no stress at all. We are there to help. First of all, you will have that introductory meeting with the tutor where they will explain everything about the platform. They will show them how to navigate through the platform, which...
Is it complicated? I mean,
it's
in
not
this
at
day
all.
and age when everyone's on the internet, the social networks and everything, how do you compare our learning platform to it?
It's really user-friendly. It's really easy to use. So there are a few important features that they need to use. My favorite is the calendar.
Yeah,
literally, so everything is organized. The feature.
Exactly, the feature.
Yeah. It is your to-do list. The platform will make sure you have the same workload every day.
Yep.
So 2 to 3 hours per day working on the platform or on the activities, quizzes, exams, assignments, assessments, and everything is there for you. So the only thing you need to do is just click on the calendar and that's it.
Complete the activities list.
It takes you to it.
But yeah, I've got a question regarding to it. What happens, is it possible for a student to have a faster pace than what the calendar suggests? So what if I do on Monday what I was supposed to do on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday? Right? Can I do that?
Of course. Well, it depends on the students, right? So if you seek for the challenge is what you get, right? So we will do everything we can to make sure that you really are challenged in a way that we have a lot of new courses added every year. So we're improving our course lists all the time. So, for example, so there are many different students as well. I mean, we can talk about this for an hour, but let's focus. For example, if there's a student who has their core courses like 10th grader, for example, they have geometry, they have world history, English, and biology. And,
that's the one.
So they want to work, they want to challenge themselves. So what we can do is replace these core courses with their advanced placement version courses, and they can work on AP biology, AP geometry, and
much
so on.
harder.
So exactly. So they're advanced courses for students that want to
challenge
themselves, improve their knowledge, and
of course.
yes. And there are some students who want to have more fun, for example. So they have their core courses and they choose elective courses as well, but we can assign more courses than 6 courses are like the standard, right?
Yeah, 6 subjects. For core subjects to
the
elective
standard
subjects.
or-
That's right.
Yes. And
So I can add 7th or even 8th subject
of course.
if I want,
So
right?
if we share the course list with them, and they want to choose more, they like more than 2 courses, of course we will be even happier to enroll them in those courses so they can have a few. So we can always work on students' experience, right, and make sure that they really enjoy this program. Of course. I forgot my mind. Sorry, I wanted to say something.
Well, no, go ahead, please.
Well, I forgot. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. Listen, we were talking about the students that were going fast at a faster tempo than usual, right?
So
working
working
ahead.
Yes.
So put this down.
It kind of contributes to the fact that that's a self-paced program, right?
Exactly.
So if I can work faster, what happens if I, God forbid, work slower? Or if I'm behind the schedule, am I in trouble? What happens?
You are not in trouble at all. So we do offer
Good to know.
flexible, flexible schedule. Let's put it that way. So for our students who need more time, we are here to help as well by offering additional support. So our tutors will be there to have either 1 or 4 individual classes per week with the student to ensure that they understand everything that they acquired that knowledge, right? So they are, as well, our tutors are attending different seminars
That's right,
every year, and kind of making sure that they as well are helping the students in the best possible way, and they can adapt to the different or diverse learning needs, right? So we have many different kinds of students, as we have already mentioned. So.
I would like to stay on this topic for a second. We spoke with those with faster tempo, slower tempo. What happens to those? Just for the example, in our school, we've got a lot of young athletes. Their schedules are full, right? Monday through Friday, 2 times a day training sessions. On weekends, they do exhibitions, tournaments, and matches. What does it look for them? I mean, what is it like? Is there anything that we can do to deload the work off of their shoulders, not to pressure them too much?
Well, they always mention, like the parents always mention this when they're enrolling anyway. So again, it all starts with the enrollment process. Like they come and they say, my child is, an athlete, they have training Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or whatever. How can we work around their schedule? So then we obviously explain, like Tammy said, that flexible learning pattern that we have, and we cater around their needs. And then once they are, enrolled, obviously all of the teachers are informed about this. So that's where, this whole understanding and leniency comes into place where, okay, they have a deadline, but they can't make that deadline, they let us know in advance, or they reach out to their teachers because the teachers are their go-to people.
That's right. Shout out to all the teachers.
To all the teachers. So then it's everyone's on the same page. So we're informed, the teachers are informed, and it just makes everything flow and go a lot smoother. And then they don't have this stress on them where, you know, they're playing sports or attending tournaments, and then they're thinking in the back of their mind, like, oh my God, I had this assignment due or something.
Exactly. What is really good for them as well is that they can access the platform from anywhere in the world, and not only like location-wise, but also
whenever as well.
Exactly, whenever. So when they are driving or
not there. Don't learn and drive.
Never ever. But for example, can I log into the platform at 2:30 a.m.?
Of course. So the platform is accessible 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Okay.
66.
And yes, that's right. So that's what is the best part for them. And we have a lot of professional athletes with us, studying with us. The classes are not mandatory for them. I mean, they are not mandatory at all, but we recommend them. So please join the classes.
Go to classes, individual group classes. Don't miss those out.
Our tutors are wonderful, so you don't want to miss them.
Yeah, I've got just a question or two more on this topic. I'm playing water polo, for example. I've got a tournament in Zimbabwe. I'll be away for 2 weeks with no access to learning platform. What happens in this case? Am I falling behind or?
You're not falling behind. You just let your tutor know that you will be away for the certain period of time, and we will set blackout dates. That means blackout dates. Exactly. So students who have blackout dates are allowed to enter the platform, work on the learning material. If in case they have maybe some overdues or want to work in advance. However, because they mostly cannot, that's okay. They will not have any new lessons assigned during that time.
Well, that's encouraging. Thank you. Moving on to the next question. So we mentioned tutors, orientation meetings, consultations, and the rest. So what happens, is there anyone else besides the assigned tutor to whom student can turn if they need help?
Don't put our tutors aside, please, because they are the most important part of each our students' schooling period with us. Again, shout out to all our lovely tutors.
Yeah.
Well, the tutors are really important. They are the crucial part of this.
Yeah.
So I want to start with the story about them. So our tutors not only have individual meetings with students, not individual, sorry, I wanted to mention the introductory meetings with the students where they get acquainted and everything, but they also work on them on a daily basis. They are monitoring their progress every day. They are reaching out in case any problems occur. They are there for all the learning related inquiries. So if you have a problem with the platform, if you have the problem with the lesson material, with a certain topic, with the quiz, anything. So just reach out to the tutor and they will be there to help. So they are literally waiting for your email to help you.
Yeah.
Right, am I right?
They are there. I've seen them many times sitting behind the computer saying, when are they going to reach out or reply back to my email?
No, but seriously.
Of course. You said that tutors will reach out if anything, God forbid, bad happens. But what if everything's great? I'm a straight A student. I'm on time with my assignments and assessments. So my tutor will not reach out to my parents to let them know how proud he or she is.
No, of course they will reach out to provide a progress report, even if it's amazing, right? So they will always be there to encourage their students and say a few nice or bad words,
depending on the case.
Depending on the case. But they will always be there to encourage them.
I don't think that they actually say bad words.
No, of course, no.
That's a joke.
That was just a joke, yeah. We're always trying to encourage them, help out, and be there like a shoulder to cry on.
Without the crying.
All right.
A shoulder to laugh on.
To laugh on.
So, as many of you know already, we've got 3 service packages, right? Package 1, Package 2, and Prime package. Could you brief us about those? What would be the differences, the benefits of each?
Of course, sure. So let's start with package 1. Package 1 includes group lessons with the tutors and 1 individual meeting per week. During those meetings, they can work on different lessons, quizzes, assignments even. So if a student cannot complete their homework, tutors will be there to help. So don't be afraid to reach out, to book a meeting with a tutor. And package 2 includes group classes. So normally our middle school students and some elementary school students, they have 8 group classes per week, 2 per each core course that they have. So as you already know, they have 4 core courses, so English, math, science, and social studies. Our youngest students, so grade K, 1 and 2, they have 5 group classes per week. But the older ones, they get more group classes. So not only so they can work with the tutor, like on the lesson, but also to meet with their peers, interact with them, exchange their opinions on different topics, and so on. So that's package 2. 8.
What about the individual classes?
Individual, yes, I just wanted to mention them. So those group classes that they have in 4 individual meetings with the tutor. So students who need additional help.
On a weekly basis,
On a
right?
weekly
So up to
basis,
16
exactly.
a month.
Yes.
Yeah.
So up to 16 per month. And the Prime package is the one that doesn't offer as much flexibility as package 1 and 2
interesting.
do. So it is a full-time online school where students have 4 group classes per day. So we were talking about 4, for example, group classes per week. And now we have 4 per day. And additional hour of doing homework with the tutor. So they work on those lessons and quizzes, and then when they finish everything, when the last class ends, they stay with the tutor for additional time to work on, well, I said homework, but it doesn't necessarily need to be homework. So they can work on something. If they didn't get to finish the lesson, they can finish it during that time. But if there are some worksheets to complete, they will be there to help. So they will not work with them on doing homework, but the students will work independently, and then we'll be having somebody to rely on to ask a question if they have it, if they need help. Right.
So we cannot stress enough the importance of tutors in our school. The first point of contact, they help you adapt to the online learning environment, take you through the subjects, explain how everything works, are there to help you each and every day for all of your questions, have classes.
That's right. And one really important thing that I want to mention regarding Prime is that the classes are students, like the whole program is student-centered. So the students are the most important part in that class, and we tailor the program according to them. They are learning through different projects, experiments. I was looking for the word experiments as well. And they like the platform itself. I'm talking about, so not only Prime, but all our
I've
students.
got a couple of questions to distinguish.
Yes, the platform is really interactive. The platform has a lot of videos, a lot of games. Not real games, but educational games, right? So whenever they learn something new, they have a short quiz or like a game where they need to match the words with their meanings, or flashcards games or something like that. So it's really fun. So they are literally playing while learning, which is great, right?
Yeah,
Isn't it?
It does make learning easier.
Exactly. And
so just to kind of add to structure here. The differences between Prime program and the package 1 and package 2, obviously the number of classes per day, the program, the group. Flexibility, mainly flexibility.
And
how about
the
start date? Yes, that's what I want to ask. How about the length of the program? How long does the
program starts on September 16th. And
yesterday, that's right.
It starts yesterday. True.
So booking last week.
And we'll end on June 30th.
do they have breaks in between?
So that's almost like
Exactly.
10 months a year,
Yes,
let's
yes,
Well,
say.
it's an average school year
It's-
anyway. I'm gonna put
Yeah,
this
they
down.
will. They will have
You're wiggling it too much. Don't
I'm
make
getting
this.
distracted.
2 breaks, the winter break, which comes around Christmas time, New Year's, and
And that's for the
spring
whole
break.
school. It's
That's
not
for
just
the-
for
yes,
prime. It's
exactly.
for the whole.
and
Yeah,
in
so
April.
everybody gets a break
Everybody,
during
yeah.
And
that
spring
period in
break.
winter. Is that the only break that students
No,
get?
we have
or-
the spring break.
Spring break
in
as well.
in
Yeah,
April.
correct. Well, that's all. Thank you. We can move on to the next question. Now, to stay on the prime, actually, just for a second more, the teaching methodology on prime. How is it executed? I mean, what approach do teachers have there? Does it differ from package 1 and package 2? Is it totally new
Well,
thing or?
It's not. It doesn't differ necessarily in a way. As I said, so everything is focused on students in that particular class. It's a little bit different from the package 2 and package 1 or group classes that we normally regularly have because in prime program they follow that structured schedule and they have that. So the calendar that we mentioned,
Yeah.
so they
Holy
strictly
Grail.
follow the calendar, right?
The calendar.
The calendar. And as I mentioned, they are learning through different kinds of experiments and games, as we said. So that is the only difference, to be honest. And I mean, the teachers are able to customize the program according to each individual student. In our regular classes, the number of students changes every time, right?
That's right.
Because
Group
they
classes,
all,
right?
Exactly, and they all have different progress. So when they join the class in regular group classes, different students share their screens every time. This time in prime program, we have the same group of students every day, right?
Yeah.
And they always do the lesson that is next on their schedule. They cover the topics, discuss the topics, and
So it helps kind of bringing the students together, right? The familiarity
Yeah, because
between
in a
the-
sense they all are doing the same thing, so they're all progressing at the same time, and it
Yes.
doesn't kind of build like a wall between them where
Exactly, and
one is
it motivates
ahead.
them
exactly.
to work better, to study better, to do homework on time
the
as
group
well.
pushes you,
Yeah.
That's
And they with Prime they can't work ahead of schedule anyway
They
because
can't. Exactly.
and that's you
So
know,
that's
what we
where
always
the
tell
self-paced program.
Yeah, that's what we always tell people is that with package 1 and 2 it's more flexible, but with the Prime it's structured.
Exactly.
So they have to follow it. Like,
And even this year, something really important or fun that I want to mention is that our 6th graders, I think, they had the whole module about Roman culture. And as you know, we
One
went
of
to
my
Rome
favorite.
together. It was,
That was my next
So
topic,
we had
exactly.
a school trip to Rome.
a school trip to
And
Rome. That's
exactly.
right.
So they switched the classroom, online classroom, to learning on site, which was fabulous. They were delighted, and the tour guides always asked them the questions, about Rome, and
they all knew it.
Yeah, and we were so proud. The tutors were so proud of them. So that's one
So how was
way
the overall
we can-
experience there? Let's
Yeah.
stay on Rome for a little bit,
I was
please.
about to ask, because they were in this online environment, and when they
Yes, the
met
first
in
impressions,
real
what
life,
happened?
Did you see were they shy, or was it like they
Well,
grew up
at-
together?
It was wonderful. It was a wonderful experience for them to meet each other. But you should have seen their faces when they met each other. So when we gathered together, it was so strange. Even they are all not all of them, but some of them were my students as well, and it was so surprising to see them because I had some image in my mind of what
I
they
can
look
only
like.
imagine. That's
They
why I'm
were
laughing.
these
It's
little
gotta feel good.
Tiny, exactly.
on the screen.
Yeah. And then when I saw them in person, I was so surprised and happy. And I went around and saying, "Hey, are you Mohammed? Are you Ivan? Are you this and Luca?" And then we shared hugs for like 30 minutes. We couldn't get enough of each other. Really, it was wonderful, and they were delighted with everything. We spent a lot of time together. Even though it's like 5, 6, 7 days, it felt like a month. I swear, it was so fun.
For how long did you say you stayed there?
I think it was 5 or 6 days in total.
Oh, well, that's
Together, yes, but it was just enough to visit all the museums and.
I could spend a
yeah.
lifetime in Rome, if you ask me.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yes, exactly, and it was a great opportunity for them to review what they learned.
Exactly.
Right.
To check the facts, right?
Exactly, like a quiz live in person, right? So yes, it was really amazing, and we even had like a cooking class. So we made
no
pasta.
way.
Yeah, we made pasta,
Really?
ravioli, and bruschetta. So it was amazing, and I really hope that in the future we will
Terrific.
be able to organize something like that
That
again.
was my
that's
next
the
question
plan.
as well. Are
Yes.
you planning to make a new one with
We are,
more
we are.
students, with less students,
Yes.
with the same students?
We are
All of the above.
all of the above.
You don't have to reveal anything yet, but we'll be
It's
talking
in the
about
works.
it as well. Yeah. All right. Wish I was there as well. Maybe next time.
Maybe
We'll
we
see.
can tag along and say, well, we need content
I'll
for
put
our
you in
next
my
podcast.
suitcase.
Yes, exactly.
We're doing this for educational purposes, and then we'll just tag along next time. We can do a podcast in Rome or another city.
Well, why not? That's a good idea. Maybe not
When
Rome
in
this
Rome.
time. Somewhere else.
I'd like just to invite our audience to ask questions on YouTube. If you've got any, we'll be more than happy to answer. So please feel free to. Moving to the next question, is that all right?
Yes, of course.
Let's see. We were talking about the going back to the quiz with which we started, the extracurricular activities. That's something new, I guess.
Well, it's
Not
not anything
brand
it's not
new,
it's
but
not brand
yes,
new.
yes, we haven't talked about it earlier.
Yes, we have a lot of clubs. We have photography club. Please add some if I forget. So we have photography club, writing club, movie club, book club, and gaming club as well, manga club.
Did we have
all
a chess club?
I'm
Or was
not
that part of gaming club?
I think there was a chess club. Mr. Mike, I think,
Maybe.
was in charge. I know he had a
No,
student,
actually
they played
not.
together.
No.
Mike's Gambit.
That would be a good one. So what do students do there? Is that when are those clubs? Like, how do you apply for those?
And who?
I want to
Who
join
can?
the debate club. Who do I talk to? How do I
Talk
book?
to your assigned tutor. They will provide you with all the links, and you can choose which club you want to join. So you are all more than welcome to join any of the clubs that you are interested in. Of course, we don't offer all the clubs to all students, right? So there are some
I was
clubs.
just about to
yeah,
ask, is there like a certain
age limit.
grade or
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that
There
they-
is. So we have clubs for elementary
Yes,
school students, middle
obviously.
school students, and high school students. But as I said, clubs don't only serve for our students to gather together and talk about the topic of the club, right? But it's also a wonderful opportunity for them to get to know each other better, to socialize, which
Yeah.
is really important. We are an online school, and we
Yeah.
want all our students to
We
be
need-
able
yes.
to interact with other students, to exchange their cultures, to learn new languages. Even we have Spanish
Yeah.
club as well.
Oh yeah, that's great.
And
Yeah,
French.
yeah.
So I could talk for hours about this.
Our clubs are something I really recommend. all our students to start attending, to join, because they really have fun there. And yeah, I mean, even the gaming club, so they play games together with other students.
Wish I had that one when I was in school.
Yeah, like in a sense as well, it gets them out of that their comfort zone. Like it's one thing like when you're all stuck in a class, and as great as the classes are, but when it's serious and you have to like, you know, do the work and everything, you don't really have time to form those friendship groups because you have to be serious. I know because I used to do this in school as well. I used to, you know, want to play and talk and all of that, and then
everybody did,
they just shut me down. But the clubs are great because they have this like a casual environment where they can just like have fun and socialize and just, you know, like really get to know each other and form those friendships and all of that. So join them.
They
We
can
always
become
say join
better
them.
at their hobbies.
Yeah.
I
Basically,
mean, we
as
had
well.
so many students who decided to meet outside school.
Yeah.
So their parents met, I mean, their parents
Connected
and then met
Yeah.
in Spain or Italy or France or Zimbabwe. Right?
Tamara,
So,
here we come.
yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, that sums it up, I guess.
Of course. I mean, I just want to mention that we will be having some new, not clubs, but competitions coming.
Tell me about those, yes.
Right. So we will have literary competition. We will have writing. Well, that's it.
What about gaming competition? That's the one
Why
I want
not?
to see.
Why not?
Photography club as well.
As well, movie sketches.
Wow.
And so, wow, it's really amazing. So stay tuned. There's a lot coming up.
Yeah.
I have a question, and I think this is on the website and in the works as well. Our mentor program.
Oh, yes.
Can you tell us about the mentor program? Because I
Sure.
think this is something that is really going to change the way that students interact, the way that, you know, they take on that whole learning perception. Tammy?
Yeah.
Take it away.
It is something we're really proud of, and I personally cannot wait for it to start because we already have a lot of students who are interested in being tutors. To their peers, right? So they have already started reaching out, expressing their willingness to teach math and science and English. Even we had some student from I don't know where she's from. She speaks Russian.
All right.
And I think it's her second language, but she speaks it very well, and she wants to help our students from Russia, for example.
Russian-speaking students.
Yeah,
That's
to
great.
understand
Wow.
the lessons
Kudos
better,
to
to
her.
translate the lessons for them. We also have some student from Spain that wants to help other Spanish students.
Isn't that lovely?
Yes, isn't that lovely? It's amazing. And I mean, all our students, as I said, we are a community and we are
Expanding that.
Expanding, and when it comes to community expansion, for those who enroll by the end of September, you'll get 2 extra classes each semester. So that's like us call an invitation for you to join Education Worldwide community in our school.
Perfect. That's amazing.
Yeah, that was.
Well, like I said, we truly are an amazing school. It would have been bad if I said opposite, but it's true.
All right, I would like to go back to the quiz that we started with. I've just got 1 or 2 more questions for
Okay.
you ladies.
Is it
Bring them
a
on.
true-false quiz or
Yes, it was in the true-false quiz, but I need
expansion?
I really wanted to use this
expansion.
again.
Some people might don't know. You said you voted false when I said that homeschooling is the same as online schooling. Well, I can attend my online school from the comfort of my home. Doesn't it make it homeschooling?
No.
Nope. All right.
Do you want to take this?
That's
or-
okay. You can.
So a lot of people think that homeschooling and online schooling is the same, but it's different because with online schooling, we are teaching your children. So usually with homeschooling, a lot of families that have been doing that, I would say like 90% of the time it's not an accredited curriculum and it's not recognized in other public or private schools or higher education institutions. With online schooling, we are an actual registered school, which everyone knows. We've spoken about this, multiple times. We are registered in the state of Florida. We have our school code. We use an accredited curriculum. Our documents are recognized worldwide. Students receive a transcript, and most importantly, we have live classes. And those classes are, with our tutors who are all experts in their field.
Tutors, the real backbone.
Like we have our math whizzes and our science whizzes, and Mike, who is like just Edgar Allan Poe, like this generation's so that's the main difference with those like homeschooling and online schooling. So and people so many times have either misinterpreted our schooling, thinking it's homeschooling, and then they say, but homeschooling is not allowed in this country or this state,
which is a common case.
A common case, and then that's where we step in and we explain to them that we are an actual registered school. We're an American school. We follow an accredited program. We had our CEO Jim of Accelerate, join us with the podcast.
He was there a couple of episodes ago,
was
right?
There. So that main difference is it all comes down to the curriculum, and our curriculum which is our platform,
accepted,
obviously.
recognized. Yep.
It's accepted, it's recognized, it's wonderful. It's all already set out for the students with the calendar. The calendar. So it really is a very big difference. Although you can do it in the comfort of your own home.
Yes.
Or in the car, as long as you're not driving.
As long as you're not driving.
It's
Don't
learning
drive
on
and learn.
wheels.
We had a student, he's a kart driver, and he was learning from the track. On a class, you can hear the other cars passing him by. He was at a pit stop or anywhere else. Well, I don't have any questions. I think that we've been through all of it. To sum it up, you can enroll year-round. All the information is available on our website, EduWW.net. You can reach out to us via phone. Admissions at EduWW.net is one email address. Another one would be info@eduww.net. And someone will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching today's episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and see you in the next one.